Hey, welcome everybody. We are live tonight. We're doing live tidbits because I don't want to edit. And when I don't want to edit, I got some time. And we are not recording Bridge Banter tonight. Show came out late this week, so I had some time. So let's talk about some tidbits. We're going to jump into that in just a little bit. But we have tons of news because apparently you can only drop news on the first of the month and then nothing else happens. So we'll jump into that. We got a new status match offer from Royal Jordanian. We've got a whole bunch of stuff from Chase. Chase continues its apology tour with another 16% cash back through the travel portal. We've got Wyndham launching a dining program. I wanted to make sure I covered that one. And a couple other things. So we'll jump in there, answer questions along the way, just see how it all goes. But hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. And we'll just go about it. So, without further ado, let's just jump into our first segment here, and that is it's back. Save $100 on Chase Travel with this targeted promotion. So you'll be able to save $100 when you spend $600 in Chase Travel. Doesn't have to be any particular type of travel purchase. You can do flights, car rentals, cruises, activities, tours, etc. So anything you buy, as long as you buy $600, you will get $100 back with a targeted offer. I believe I'm going to have this on the Sapphire Reserve, and I might have this on my Ink cards. I might even have it on my Freedom Unlimited and Freedom Flex. So this promotion applies to the following Chase card holders: Sapphire family cards, so that's the Reserve for Business, Preferred, Freedom cards, so Freedom Unlimited, Freedom Rise. Weird it's not saying the Freedom Flex. That's odd, especially because Q4 is 9x in the travel portal. Ink card family, JP Morgan Reserve. So there you go. Spend $600, get $100 cash back. You have to book everything. Purchases must be completed by December 31st. Travel can happen anytime after that. So make the purchase by December 31st. This would probably be, so you could probably potentially, once you get your edit credit, if you're a new a grandfather card holder going into getting your benefits, once you pick up your benefits, you could pick up a 2-night stay, at least $250, well, at least like a $600 2-night stay, and you're going to get $350 back. That's the $250 from the edit credit plus the $100 here. If you wanted to do that is an option. You could also do just do your edit credit and then do another $600 on like a really baller rental or something. So there you go. $600 purchase gets you $100 back. Cool beans. We got Mike Newland joining us tonight. Hey, Mike, thanks so much for joining. KitKat37, Craig, chiming in from AA flight. There we go. One of your CRJs in the sky. AO from Rex. Thank you so much, Rex. Thanks for joining and being a channel member. All channel members so far. Appreciate it. And Clinton Woodward joining us. Bonsoir du Québec. So thanks for joining. Yep. Good evening from Quebec. Yes. I do not speak French with a Quebecois accent. I try, but I learned French with a Parisian accent, and so I speak it more with a Parisian. There we go. Yuri's Boo joining us. Is this a requiem for the Aviator Red episode? Well, yesterday was the last day to apply for the Aviator Red, apparently, and seems that it's no longer available. So the rumors were true. September 30th was the last day to get it. And that's fine. I ended up not grabbing one. I probably should have, but then I ended up with a city card. So we'll see. Oh, hey, alive. LFG. Thank you so much. Background balloon. Yes, LFG for sure. And if you don't know, you don't know. But there's a curse word in there, and I'm a little too early in the live to be jumping on that one. Memphis Mike joining us. Good evening, all. Juan Meowmix, Meowdy. Howdy, howdy. And Craig says it's an E175. Thank you very much. The Brazilians love you. The Canadians want to make sure that you know that they hate you. Clinton Woodward, Google Translate did that. I'm clueless. All right, no worries. Sleepy Rod, I can confirm they were not handing out the Aviator. It's like candy. It was never approved. Oof. I'm sorry. My apologies on that one. Law drops a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, Sleepy Rod, I apologize for that. I do have good news on a City business card for AA, so we're going to get to that. Maybe City will be a little bit more forthcoming with giving you the card. I don't know. Clinton's been using my Aviator for non-category spend in Quebec. That makes sense. And we got Arnold Alley joining us. Thank you, sir. Hey, Matt. Hey, Arnold. Hope all is well. All right, so that was the first story. Next story, we've got status match opportunities from Royal Jordanian. And we scrolled down here. So Royal Jordanian is now extending the ability to status match to their Royal Club to the United States. So if you live in like Austria, Bahrain, Belgium, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, the Netherlands, Oman, Portugal, UAE, Turkey, all of these countries, you can status match to Royal Jordanian if you have status with any of the airlines associated with those countries or in those countries, or if you have airline status while living in those countries. You can match from eligible airlines. So those airlines would be Air Canada, Air Europa, Air France, Austrian Airlines, Brussels, Egypt Air. A lot of Star Alliance options for those who want to use Star Alliance. Gulf Air, KLM, so SkyTeam, Kuwait, LOT Polish, Lufthansa. Lufthansa owns LOT Polish and Austrian and Brussels Airways, so that makes sense, as well as Swiss. And I believe Lufthansa put in a good portion of Scandinavian. No, they did ITA. So if you have status with these airlines, if you have middle or upper tier status, you'll be able to match to Royal Club Gold Sparrow, which it would cost you $149 to do the match, and the match would be through the end of this year and all of next year. You would have to do some qualification spend and various side tracking to keep that status going forward. But Royal Club Gold Sparrow is equivalent to One World Sapphire status. So if you don't currently have a status that can get you One World Sapphire, but you do have a status that can match to Gold Sparrow is One World Sapphire, and you'll get the One World Sapphire access from there. If you have lower tier status with any of these airlines, you'll have the ability to purchase Silver J status. It's $49 to match. Keep it for the end of this year and all of next year. Could be useful there. You could also match from hotel programs. However, the match from hotel programs is not going to get you Gold Sparrow directly. You're going to have to settle for Silver J, and then you'll probably have to do segments and stuff up to Gold Sparrow. But Accor, GHA, Hilton Honors, IHG1, Langham Brilliant, which I've never heard of, Marriott Bonvoy, I Prefer Hotels Silver and Up, Radisson Rewards, Shangri-La Golden Circle, World of Hyatt, and Wyndham Rewards can all match, give you status with Royal Jordanian Silver J for $49. So pretty useful, and it's nice to see that that's coming over to the United States, so that's cool. Let's see what else we have here. No apologies needed. Just sad. City ruins everything. They do. Juan Mionix, like candy for me, got the card and the bonus twice. Ooh. That's the Aviator Silver. I'm sorry, Aviator Red. If anyone is into credit union credit cards, my credit union BCU just dropped a refresh travel card, 50K sub for a $95 annual fee if in your market. I was reading something about that. I didn't highlight the card just because it's a credit union card, so it depends on what the availability for that would be. Usually they can be geo-locked, but there are ways around it by like contributing to specific funds, or you'd have to check the credit union's qualifications. But if you can match into those qualifications while not living in the area, it would give you access to the credit cards. Might do that for Fairwinds for a business card. We'll see. But BCU, okay, I did see that there was going to be a new travel card from them, but I didn't see that it launched. So hopefully it's a pretty interesting offer. Next up, we're going to go over to American Express. No, we're not talking about the Platinums. It's Hilton Elevated offer time. So we've got increased welcome offers on the Hilton Honors cards, earn up to $175K. The white Hilton Honors card, plain Jane Hilton Honors, earn 100,000 bonus points when you spend $2,000 in your first 6 months of opening the card. All of these offers run until January 14th. So there you go. 100,000 points at half a cent per point would be $500 on the welcome offer. The Hilton Honors Surpass card is going to be 155,000 bonus points on $3,000 in spend in the first 6 months. That's valued at $775. Does not include a free night certificate as part of the welcome offer, but 155,000 bonus points. Not bad. $150 annual fee, $200 back in annual Hilton credits, free night certificate after $15,000 in spend, and you get Hilton Gold status. So cool. The Aspire is 175,000 bonus points on 8,000 spend in 6 months. Automatic Diamond status, automatic free night certificate. So you're good there. And the business card is 100. I believe that's also 175,000. Oh, sorry. The business card was 175. And the Hilton Honors Aspire is 175 on 6,000 in spend in the first 6 months of holding the card. So the business is going to require 8,000 in spend in the first 6 months. The Aspire is 6,000 in spend in the first 6 months. There you go. Yeah, nothing huge there. Amex is offering me upgrades to the Hilton, to the Aspire every single week. They're not offering me a upgrade offer. Until they give me an upgrade offer, I'm not going to upgrade the card. I can just apply for the Aspire if I want the Aspire. Currently, if I were to add another Hilton card, it would likely be the business card, but we shall see. Texas Dog joining us. Thank you, sir. Howdy, everybody. Howdy, Texas. Hope all is well. Wearing the hoodie, the Snuggie. I just have to live with it tonight because it's comfy and I like comfortable things. So next up, we've got Hawaiian Miles have officially transitioned to Atmos Rewards. So here's what you need to know. Your Hawaiian Miles didn't disappear overnight. Every Hawaiian Mile has automatically converted 1-to-1 to Atmos Rewards points now that Hawaiian Miles is fully integrated into Atmos, so no actions required by you. If you didn't previously have an Alaska Airlines account, which 9 out of 10 people watching this stream would have an Alaska account, especially after the news of Atmos dropping and setting up, and the backdoor Amex transfer to Hawaiian, transfer to Alaska 1-to-1 was a thing until the end of June. I'm assuming everyone has their Atmos number. If you didn't have an Atmos number, you now have an Atmos number. Blackout period is over, so the brief login freeze from September 26th to September 30th has ended. You can once again redeem, transfer, or buy points. Save data, stored payment methods. Didn't make the move, you'll just have to re-enter your cards on your new profile. Thankfully, Save Traveler details should have carried over. Points never expire, unlike Hawaiian Miles, which had stricter rules. Atmos Rewards points don't expire. Your status, if you had Pualani Gold, you move to Atmos Silver. Pualani Platinum moves to Atmos Gold. Platinum 75K to 99,000 EQMs. 99,999 EQMs went to Atmos Platinum, and Platinum 100K plus EQMs is now Atmos Titanium. So there you go. Also, the credit cards and debit cards. So if you had the Hawaiian Miles credit card and the Bank of Hawaii debit card, both of those had the ability to pool your points without having to pay. That feature is still official. The names of the cards have not changed, but you now earn Atmos rewards on the cards. So pretty useful there. Nothing changes on your end for now. You'll keep the same benefits, including a free check bag on Hawaiian flights. And apparently the certificate that comes with one of the cards now is able to be used on Alaska flights in the United States, not just going to Hawaii. So there you go. So that transition has officially happened. The cards are still able to be applied for. Everything there is good. So there you go. Glenn Woodward, I don't have one. Not sure with what. Mike Newland, our community benefactor, has gifted 10 memberships to the channel. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. Looks like Texas Dog was one of the recipients, so that's awesome. Mike, greatly appreciated. That is like a $30 super chat, so thank you so much, sir. We don't say it enough. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Arnold Alley, can you earn Elite Night credits on the Chase Portal travel bookings with Marriott? As long as... So I'll pull up the edit, but as long as it says hotel benefits or loyalty program eligible, I'll show you what it looks like. Marriott's should work. As long as you see that link, you'll have the ability to do so. If you don't see it and it's not inside the edit, it'll depend. I'm seeing more IHGs in the general Chase travel portal. I'm seeing Citizen M, which Citizen M just started its process with Bonvoy. So you're going to see it more, but we shall see. I'll follow up on that in just a little bit here. Memphis Mike, Matt Rackerton just raised the sub to $100 for 1K spend. I might look into picking it up after I'm over 524. It's a pretty nice card. It's a nifty card. It's a really good Swiss Army knife card. It's one of the better cards launched this year. So the Atmos Summit is probably the best card launched this year. The Rackerton card probably comes in at number 2. And at least in my estimates, like for things that you want to do in terms of travel and points and miles, the refresh is, if you want to consider the Sapphire Reserve a relaunched card, which I would, it's like 3 behind the Sapphire Reserve for business, maybe. And then I don't know what else is launched this year that's better than that. But that Rackerton card is a really good Swiss Army knife, especially if you use your Rackerton points. You turn your Rackerton points into membership reward earning points. So good to see that there is a sub to 100 points. That's 10,000 membership reward points on 1,000 spend. That ain't too bad. Oh, Clinton doesn't have an Atmos rewards number. Interesting. Okay. So we'll have to see what happens there. May want to check in on that. Maybe give him a day. I don't know. It went blank for like 4 nights. So hopefully that gets resolved soon. Mike Newland, thank you so much. All right, Bill Wright, thanks for joining, Bill. Matt, if you have the Aspire, the FNC would be issued 2 months. Product change your honors to a Surpass. The Surpass 15K FNC is calendar year. Time it to the end of the year, and you have 2 FNC to use. Yes, almost match dates. Yeah, I am more likely to take my Hilton honors and upgrade to a Surpass and then go for the spend. I am currently not in a place where I want to do that offhand, but I do have strategies for when I choose to go up to the Surpass. I'll probably go up to the Surpass with 1 card. I might apply for a Surpass, go up to a Surpass, and then the one that goes up to a Surpass may go up to an Aspire. We'll see. I'm still not 100% sure where I am on Hilton. So we'll see what happens. Rex, I have like 9,000 Atmos miles from Alaska points I got from a flight in 2017. Hey, long as they're there, if they don't expire, they're always good to have around. I've got like 8,000 mileage plus points from United kicking around. So points that don't expire are good. We got a couple of transfer bonuses to go over. So we've got 2 from Chase and 2 from American Express. So we're going to run through these real quick. Transfer bonuses, you got a 30% transfer bonus to Avios programs with Chase. So Aer Lingus, British Airways, and Iberia. Those are going to be 1 to 3. This is through the month of October, so this expires on October 31st. So 1 to 1 becomes 1 to 3. Good for topping up. An Avios is an Avios is an Avios, so you can move your Avios into British Airways, then move, with a collection of whatever British Airways Avios you have there, take all of those Avios and move them over to Qatar and book Q suites from there. You have options to move from there with that. Aer Lingus, you can get some pretty decent business class flights as well. So that's 30% to the Avios programs. We got 80% transfer bonus over to IHG. At the way that they're going with this 80% bonus, is like the 3rd time this year that they've done an 80% bonus. And how extensive Chase and IHG seem to be going with their partnership. You're getting IHG Platinum now on the Sapphire Reserve, and IHG wanting to be more front of mind for when folks are traveling. We might see that transfer rate officially go to 1 to 2 in the not too distant future. I have a feeling this is like laying the groundwork, because this is at least the third time this year that we've seen an 80% transfer bonus. If it's not the third, it's definitely the second. This is going to run until October 22nd at 11:59 Eastern. So 1,000 points becomes 1,800. Nifty transfer bonus over there. IHG points are only worth, 0.5 to 0.6, but if you have an IHG card, even the no annual fee IHG card, you do get fourth night free when booking with points. So, yeah. Let's see. Texas Dog. I have bad experience canceling flights booked in Travel Portal. I'm thinking about changing my strategy to Capital One to book directly with airline and use Travel Eraser. That's fair. One bad experience can nullify everything for you. So I don't blame you if you go that route. But there's a reason why a lot of folks will say just always, try to book direct as often as you can, because one bad experience is all it takes. If it was the Chase portal, ouch. If it was the Capital One portal, maybe ouch as well. Just bad experiences in total are not great. Sleepy Rod, when's your Avios shirt coming out? I don't know. Soon. My partner is supposed to be designing it, or like my partner and I have talked about it. I might just set something up on my own. I don't know. Soonish. There's also like the idea of having it be SYP merch as well. Maybe I sell it on both because I say it across both channels. We'll see. We got Happy Tom joining us. Thank you so much, sir. And Happy Tom, also another channel member, so appreciate you, sir. Background Balloon, Texas Dog, Chase Travel Portal has been okay for what it's worth. We'll see. Dugraus from Dugraus Reports has joined us. Thank you so much, sir. Many thumbs up. Appreciate that. Talking about transfer bonuses, we do have two from American Express. We have a 20% transfer bonus to Flying Blue. So this ends October 31st. 1,000 points becomes 1,200 Flying Blue points. Flying Blue miles. Whatever. KLM Flying Blue, 1-to-1 ratio typically, but this will become 1 to 1.2. So transfer bonus is automatic. You don't need to register anything in advance. You can transfer any amount between 1,000 and 990,000 points, which are usually instant. Sometimes it can take up to 2 days. So there you go. 20% with Flying Blue. Amex is also looking at hotel transfer partners, and they have a hotel transfer bonus with Marriott Bonvoy running through November 30th. So 30% there, 1 to 1.3. You probably best case scenario for Marriott points is going to be instant redemptions on site or transferring to airlines, depending on how you want to do it. Most of the airline transfers are 3 to 1. Emirates, I think, is 3 to 2. And they have like a special bonus with United because of their particular partnership. Also, United is doing something where they're giving like a 25% hotel transfer bonus across the board on the base rates. So you could be able to spin up some pretty good number of United miles. So there you go. But transfer bonuses, Chase to Avios programs, 1 to 1.3 until the 22nd. Till the 31st. And then the 22nd of October, you'll see the ability to do 1 to 1.8 with IHG on Chase's side. Transfer bonuses with Amex through the 31st with Flying Blue, 1 to 1.2, and then through November 30th with Marriott, 1 to 1.3. So there you go. Nifty little bits here and there. Texas Dog, hey Dugraus, love your video on yield sign. I have seen it multiple times as you described. If you don't know what Texas Dog is talking about, go to Dugraus' channel, become a channel member, check it out. And his membership's awesome. You get a whole bunch of other really cool videos, really interesting ways to think about points in traveling for free, or like using your points as traveling for as little out of pocket or as zero out of pocket as possible. So there you go. Check out Dugraus' membership for some interesting takes around the way. We're going to do cover some of the pay yourself back categories. This is one of Dugar's favorite uses of the Aeroplan card, and we are going to talk about the Aeroplan card in here as well. So, pay yourself back on a number of cards. Chase allows you to pay yourself back with your points, sometimes at elevated rates. On the Sapphire Reserve and the JP Morgan Reserve card, you're going to be able to redeem points at a 1.25 cent apiece for statement credits against purchases at gas stations, groceries, department stores, and the card's $795 annual fee through December 31st. Cardholders can also redeem for 1.5 cents apiece for eligible charities through December 31st of 2025. The 1.5 on charities is pretty much across the board. That is their standard pay yourself back on the Sapphire Reserve. The Sapphire Preferred, 1.25 cent per point for qualifying charities through December 31st. Also until December 31st, card holders can redeem at 1.1 cent per point toward their annual fee. No other categories with the Sapphire Preferred. That's a first. The new Sapphire Reserve for a business, you'll be able to redeem 1.25 cents toward qualifying charities. JP Morgan Reserve is exactly the same as the Sapphire Reserve. Ink cards, you'll be able to do 1.25 cents per point at certain charities through December 31st on the Ink Preferred, Ink Cash, Ink Unlimited, and Ink Premier. And then the Freedom cards, you'll be able to do 1.25 at select charities on the Freedom Flex and the Freedom Unlimited. Rapid Rewards card, annual fee at 1 cent per point. Redemption request must be made within 90 days of the transaction date. So that's on the Southwest cards. Rapid Rewards business card is 1 cent per point toward the annual fee, whatever. Mileage Plus cards. You redeem Mileage Plus for 1.35 to 1.5 cents per point toward your card's annual fee. United card holders can also use Pay Yourself Back to redeem miles at 1 cent per point for eligible United airfare transactions of $50 or more. There's no specified deadline for this Pay Yourself Back option at this time. You'll get 1.5 cent per point in value when redeeming miles toward your card's annual fee on cards like the United Explorer, but a lesser value of 1.4 cents per point when you try to do it on the United the United Quest. The Aeroplan card will give you 1.25 cents a piece to cover your annual fee within 90 days of the billing date, and travel purchases, limit of 200,000 points or $2,500 in value on travel purchase redemptions. Through December 31st, you'll be able to pay yourself back with select department stores, select utilities, home improvement stores, and gas station purchases redeemed at a rate of 0.8 cents per point. So you can redeem 10,000 points for an $80 statement credit. Those categories are in addition to dining and grocery store redemptions, which don't have an end date and also feature a 0.8 cent per point redemption. Chase has also added 2 more options, Amazon and Whole Foods, also redeemable at 0.8 cents per point from October 1st to December 31st. And then the Bonvoy Bold will give you pay yourself back on Marriott purchases with a maximum redemption of $750 per year. Who's going to do that? I don't know. But the Bonvoy Bold also has a pay yourself back option. So there you go. I don't make the rules. I just go along with them. Dugra was laughing at Texas's mention there, and thanks for the free publicity. Hey, anytime. Kevin Yen joins. I bet Wells Fargo doing the same thing as Chase, like raise welcome bonuses on one of their card before releasing a new credit card. They have a new welcome bonus of 100,000 points on the Autograph Journey that is on $4,000 in spend in the first 3 months. It's in branch only at the moment and only for Premier cardholder or for Premier checking account holders. So if you have a Premier checking account, you can get an extra $400 in value on the same spend. Premier does require like a $35 a month fee unless you have something like either $25,000 or $250,000, and that is a big difference. Don't remember off the top of my head. That will waive the annual fee. That will waive the monthly fee. But it is nice to see that. I was told by a source that was coming a couple of weeks ago. They also mentioned elevated offers on the no annual fee autograph, but I have not seen that come to pass. I am hoping they are setting up for Autograph Beyond. But before they set up for Autograph Beyond, before they get that plane off the tarmac, they need to land themselves some extra transfer partners. So I need to see more out of them, but we'll see. Keith joining us, also a channel member. Thank you, Keith. So my built platinum status gives me flying blue gold status, which gives me Royal Jordanian gold sparrow for $150, which then gives me one world sapphire status. Yes. And I also end up with Sky Team Elite Plus. Sky Team Elite Plus is going to be through your flying blue status. So yes, if flying blue gold matches to Royal Jordanian gold sparrow, yeah, it's going to cost you $150 and you get one world sapphire status. And I know that you're looking at going into American Airlines, so you could get one world sapphire, your one world sapphire reflected with American Airlines when flying them, which would be nifty and give you access to, I believe, at least Admirals clubs, but I think even flagship lounges, which would be swell. I'll probably cancel CSR Personal and CSR Business at renewals. We'll focus on Capital One instead. If I can get a safer card, that's fair. I know folks were grabbing Sapphire Reserve for Business just for the welcome offer and then planning on quitting it on the second year. Personal, I still think I'm holding it, but it remains to be seen. Background Balloon. Speaking of built, I low-key forgot about them and how today was rent day. They didn't announce anything major for rent day this month. It was Amazon redemptions and rental redemptions. They are holding back because the 2.0 announcement is going to be sometime in the next couple of weeks. So I think they were wanted to have a very quiet rent day to build up excitement for that. We'll see. I am of little faith on Built 2.0. At least the cards. I have no faith in the cards right now. The rest of the product will probably be hella cool, but the cards, yeah. Kevin, the Journey welcome bonus is 100,000 on 4,000 in spend, but it's for Premier customers only and in branch only. Yeah, I'm hoping that can move online for Premier customers, but we'll see. Texas Dog, I don't really redeem airline points for travel because I'm chasing million miler status. That is fair. Travel Eraser works awesome for me. Yep, and Travel Eraser will work toward that million miler bit because you're going to be paying cash for that, but then using your points to erase the cash purchase. So even at 1 cent per point, you're doing pretty well there because you're going to get the million miler, all the million miler benefits when you hit that. And it's costing you nothing if you have enough points to make that disappear. Texas Dog, after my next trip, 13,000 miles to go. Wow, there you go. QC Man joining us. David Bednar almost gave me a heart attack on that last out, but we live to fight to play another game. Hey, you're in the playoffs. Enjoy them for however long they may last. May they be short if a Yankee fan, but, whatever. At least you got there. That team didn't, for reasons. Because they're doomed and they like hurting me. I forgot that David Bednar got traded to the Yankees. I just forgot. I also forgot that he can be an effective reliever. Background Balloon. At this point, Chase has basically just become my third ecosystem where the only time I use UR earning cards is when the Freedom Flex is a good category, maybe domestic dining on the Freedom Flex if I care enough. It's not a good place to be for Chase. I want to be everybody's primary ecosystem, but I get it. QC Man drops a $1.99 super sticker. Thank you so much, sir. And background, I'm only still playing Chase for the huge welcome offer for Sapphire Reserve Business. Okay. Same. Watch the Built 2.0 card launch. Make the CSR refresh move to Amex Plat refresh level of good. The 495 card. The 495 card's going to have some expectations attached to it. I don't know if it's worth those expectations being held highly. I have a feeling that they're going to make a big swing and they go miss. They are going to be like Aaron Judge in the playoffs. If you know, you know. This Monday was my mom's birthday. She's in her mid-40s. Happy birthday to Kevin's mom. Brian McMahon, boo, New York Yankees. Well, yep, that's fair. And QC Man says, what's the best million miler benefit? I don't have any of them offhand. I want to say Delta's got multiple million miler benefits, so the higher up you go, the better they get. United treats you really well at 1,000,000 miles, so I'm told, and AAdvantage recently updated to put more toys in their 1,000,000 miler benefit, but I don't know of any like, here, you get this hotel status for life or for the next 5 years. So I don't know who the best would be. I'm nowhere near 1,000,000 miles, so I can't tell you. Chase is best for subs and maybe Sapphire, Freedom Flex if you want to deal with rotating categories. Keith, Matt, next year the Mets will be better. Lots of great prospects and a bunch of money coming off the books. I've booked weekend trips to Toronto, DC, and I'm thinking about going to Seattle. T-Mobile Field, I'm told, is really good, really gorgeous. Seattle continues to employ one of my favorite pitchers in all of baseball. He's also a New Yorker. I mean, great prospects is great. Finishing the development will be great. Lots of money coming off the books is great. Investing that money properly will be nice. I have no problem with the way that David Stearns builds a pitching staff. He's just got to build more of it. He's just got to have more. Like, we're coming to a point in baseball where starting pitchers are so fragile that you need like 10 or 15 of them on your 40-man roster. But you only get 14 spots to play with and 5 or 6 active starting pitchers. So then you have to dedicate like another 5 of 16 slots to starting pitchers. And if you're really able to game it out, you're looking at guys who need that second and third chance to just be guys who can soak up innings, who are willing to sit at AAA for the Braden Sproats and the Jonah Tongs to, be given the opportunity to take that next step. LA can do this because they have like 4 guys in their bullpen who are also starting pitchers, and they don't believe in like going 6+. So it'll be interesting to see how the Mets assemble their roster next year. They are not a very defensively sound team. They're not defensively sound in any way, shape, or form. So you're going to need Sproat, and you're going to need Tong, and you're going to need McLean to continue to be as awesome as they were from their call-ups. You need Sanger, not Senga. The center field prospect. He's got to come up and like be a defensive wizard. You've also got to get a better defensive outfielder who can hit a baseball, because Jose Siri is not it. Tyrone Tyler is not it. I would be seriously interested in seeing if the Mets could find a way to get Joey Weimer, because that dude is fast. That dude hits far, but he does not hit enough. But his defensive game would be better than everyone else. But so far, sub 600 OPS in the majors, so that's not great. Finishing up on sport ball with the Mets, are we going to see Mauricio at third, Vientos at first, and Beatty as the DH? I have no idea. We'll see. Anyway, Mike Newland, what's Built waiting for on the release new cards and mortgage payment? They've got to get the mortgage point earning details lined up with their new mortgage partner. They got a really sweet deal from Wells Fargo that I don't think this it's Countryside, I want to say. I think it's Countryside. I don't think Countryside's going to pay the same way that Wells paid to subsidize rent. So that deal's got to get hammered out, and they've got to work with Cardless on, ironing out what the final pieces are going to be. And they have to figure out if they want to do general categories or neighborhood categories with a higher floor across the board. I might do another speculation station. I did one a number of months ago on what I think Build 2.0 is going to look like. I think you're going to see higher neighborhood and Built travel specific categories. And then all 3 cards are probably going to have 1.5 base. if they want to play successfully, I think that's the way that they kind of have to do it. But I might do a video following up on that one. Judge has been okay this postseason, but sadly, I know what you mean. Love large numbers, or sorry, small sample size on this one. Background balloon. Built is waiting for the buzz surrounding the CSR, CSE, and Plat to die down so that people can focus their energy on Built, only for the focus to be on the likely flop of the refresh. Yeah, that's probably we could see what happens. Mike Newland, thanks again. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat as well, Texas Dog. Appreciate that. Texas Dog and our Astros starting pitcher throws beanballs at the catcher. That was Framber Valdez, right? He was having a night that night. Let's see. Kevin, 1 Built 23, 2 C122, and City 22, 3 MX 20, 4 Chase 14. Oh, these are number of transfer partners. Okay. Most of the least, hope this helps. Okay. Took me a minute. HSBC, nobody's going to sign up for their cards, but yeah, they do have 13 transfer partners. Barclays still has like 12 or 13. Rove has 12. Mesa has added, I want to say Mesa has between 9 and 13. And then you've got, nope, that's who I was thinking of. Ramp? One of the business cards also has transfer partners. And US Bank is going to make this list at some point, so we'll see what happens. Dugrouse, do you think Wells Fargo will shoot for something more like the Venture X or something more like the Amex Platinum? I don't know. There's something to be said for trying to go for a one-card setup where you have a 1.5 base, right? You can cover what you want to cover in terms of the elevated categories and provide that 1.5 and get people in that way as like, this is the only card you need. But then that undercuts the idea of also adding the attune or having the other autograph. But there's something to be said for a one-card-fits-all strategy. I wouldn't mind $495, $550, flat 2X, them overhauling their portal or giving you a higher redemption on something. Like flat 2X, but redeeming your point, using your points to erase travel in some form or fashion, whether it be something like real-time rewards or travel eraser at 1.5 would be pretty special. But I don't know what the best option for Wells Fargo is right now. After getting some more dang transfer partners. Like more transfer partners will fix their perception problem, but yeah, we'll see what happens. The Mets have epic 2023 and 2024 pitching draft classes. They do, but pitchers have to stay healthy. Pitchers have this way of not being healthy. Brian McMahon, worst part of the new built cards is yet another hit to 524. Yeah, I don't know what card list will do there. Dugras, I think Wells management reluctant to make bold credit card ventures after built losses. They're gonna sit on the sideline for co-branded cards, which is probably a mistake. Like they overdid it with built. And they didn't realize how much of a bad deal they got with built, but you can make co-branded cards work. So I think they do have to take another shot at co-branded cards. It's silly not to, especially because the co-branded cards that they have, like the choice card is perfectly good and the one key card is perfectly good. Having that sort of setup with like a Sinesta or convincing JetBlue to, not be held hostage by Barclays might be useful. But losing $10 million a month is going to change your opinion on co-brands quite a while. QC Man, Wells was a sugar daddy for built. Doubt the new partner will be as generous or have as large a pocket to burn. So it's first electronic banking cardless. We'll see what happens. Kid Cat, Craig just landed. I'm curious, does anyone have faith in cardless? also known as Careless. I don't at the moment. Supposedly the customer service is really good on the cardless cards, but like you're not seeing people trip over themselves to go get the Avianca card. You're not seeing people trip over themselves to get the Qatar card. You're not seeing people trip over themselves to get the TAP card, and everyone forgets that they issue the Latam card. So like cardless has a mindshare problem. Bilt is going to fix that mindshare problem, and then it's a question of like, does Bilt overwhelm cardless? Because this is a system coming in with bad customer service, and we'll see what happens. And they've got the whole Coinbase card to worry about as well, and we'll see what demand on that looks like. Nicholas Elliott, are Virgin points really worth a lot? Reasonable redemption value from the frequent milers, somewhere around 1.4, and the points guy is 1.4. But you can get some pretty outsized value depending on how you approach things. Virgin has great reward pricing on their own metal from the East Coast to Europe, and just make sure that the taxes and fuel surcharges and all of that aren't super crazy. But yeah. Did anyone get the email from Bilt to join the close friends? I applied for close friends. I haven't heard from Bilt. I have to double check my email because I am email bankrupt right now, and I have to go back and do try to get some inbox zero. JC joins us. What's up, Matt? Looking cozy, ready for fall, I see. Yeah, pretty much. I think my last 550 CSR renewal will post come midnight. Not sure what to do. Write it for this year, see if the credits work for you, and next year downgrade. Like you're not getting hit with the new annual fee until next year. You get a full year. Like you're going to get this quarter's or this half of the year's benefits. You're going to get half of next year, the first half of next year's semi-annual benefits, and you're going to get the second half of next year's semi-annual benefits. That's 3 bites at the apple. Like even if you plan on downgrading the card, you're going to get tons of value. Kevin, do you think B of A losing money, Atmos Summit, Visa Infinite on the foreign purchases? They're probably losing money, but they're also getting people to sign up for the card. Like there's going to be some amount of offset. It's also going to depend on how much people are spending on foreign purchases. If there's somebody who is spending $100,000 a month through their Atmos card on foreign purchases, that won't be profitable on a one-person basis. If there's 100,000 card users doing the same thing, yeah, definitely is going to lose them a lot of money. If there's like 50 a month, and the number is going to be between 50 and 100,000, obviously, there is a line, there's a break-even line, and a sure loss leader line, and I am sure that Bank of America, which is more cautious in its underwriting than the other banks, has an idea of where that line is, and I think they're pretty comfortable with it not being broken, but we'll see. But I don't know. It's a pretty niche airline card, so we'll see. If they report like huge signups for that card, like 1 million people signed up for it this quarter and last quarter, then they're going to have to start worrying about like the amount of foreign spend being done. But I have a feeling that signups are going to be modest, so we'll see. Texas Dog Astro had a crazy good run, was due for a down year with all the injuries. Always have 2022. It's fair. Keith, taxes and fees are on the higher side for Virgin Atlantic flights. Yep, but some flights are starting at $28,000 for the front of the plane on their metal. Absolutely. Chad from Chad's Money Minute is joining us. Chad, also a channel member. Thank you so much, sir. Hopefully you're not traveling too hard tonight, but appreciate you stopping in. Also, I've taken to just popping up and doing a live and only giving people like 15, 30 minutes notice. So appreciate that, sir. Background Balloon Cardless has already added Bilt to their website. Yep. Bilt logo. Yeah, they're using it as a marketing thing because Cardless's business is not issuing credit cards. Cardless's business is being credit cards as a platform. So they're hyping Built for marketing to get other companies interested in coming over to Cardless. There's another one that does this. They issue the HEB card and like the Brooks Brothers card and a couple of other credit cards. I'm forgetting the name offhand, but they are also credit cards as a service. I think they issue through Celtic Bank, but we'll see. Got some howdies to Chad. Thanks, Matt, for the advice. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get 3 bites of the apple at the edit credit and 3 bites of the apple of the dining credit. The dining credit is pure trash. But like, if you get the edit credit all 3 times over and you use the new $250 credit on select hotels in the travel portal that happen to be edit properties, that's $1,000 right there. You paid $550, you're getting $1,000 in value. That's worth it. Rygross Hunter joining us. Thank you so much, Rygross. Anyone know if Chase is planning to send the new card design out to their current card holders? I think you could just report your card damaged, and they will now. And it also, like, if your card is expiring in the next 6 months, you're probably going to get the new design anyway. Nicholas Elliott, do you think we're going to be grandfathered in with our Built rewards right now, or are they going to make us change the card for Built? So Built has promised a seamless transition. We'll see. But I assume that if you hold the current no annual fee card, you'll get transitioned over to whatever their new no annual fee is going to be. But I think you're also going to get, they'll probably announce it that you'll get the new earning structure in February. So whatever 45 days, whatever the minimum amount of time that they legally have to provide is when you're going to see it. Send a request through customer service. Yes, secure messenger should work. Rygross Hunter, that checks out. Left out 2017 for the haters. There you go. Yeah, the banging. It's fine. I didn't care. I cared that it lost the Mets Carlos Beltran as a freaking manager. That would have been interesting to see, but, you know, can't have them all. Ricky's travel hacking. Are there any hotels within the edit with at least 2 nights for between $250 and $300? So someone in the Stack Your Points Discord found a mapping of all the edit properties mapped out through AwardHack. So if you go to awardhack.com, there's a section called Chase Tools and a section called Edit Hotels Map. You can use the map to find the hotels and then see what their nightly rates in the edit is going to look like. I can pull up the edit too, just to see what we can find. JC, that was me. And I appreciate it, JC. I was just looking at that link. I will probably pull up my edit in just a few minutes, but I'd have to do my login. Just 2 quick things here. Wyndham Rewards has launched their own dining program through Rewards Network. So if you have a Wyndham Earner business card or a Wyndham Earner card, you can get, you should attach that to your dining out, Wyndham's Dine Out. So members can earn points at more than 20,000 participating restaurants across the U.S. If you see it in Mileage Plus Dining, if you see it in Choice Privileges Dining, if you see it in IHG Dining, Marriott Eat Around Town, Hilton Honors Dining, if you see it there, it's going to be in the Wyndham Rewards Dining program. Dine Out with Wyndham Rewards is a new way to earn Wyndham points. You can participate by dining in or getting takeout from participating restaurants, and there are more than 20,000. You can earn up to 5 points per dollar spent on qualifying purchases. You get to see more details in restaurants near you at dineout.wyndhamrewards.com. This gives you an idea of what it looks like. Members earn 1 point per dollar if they opt out of receiving email communications from Dine Out. Those who opt in earn 5 points per dollar on qualifying meals. That's lame. That's stupid. That's annoying. But 5 points per dollar, and you can just stuff it in your spam folder. Probably the win-win there. This would also stack on top of whatever points you'd earn from the Wyndham card. So joining is free. All you need is to do is link your preferred card or debit card while logging into your Wyndham Rewards account. Then when you dine at a participating restaurant and pay with that card, you earn random reward points from your purchase, and that's on top of whatever your card earns. I want to say the Wyndham Earner Plus card has a dining category, so you would get 5 points per dollar plus whatever the earning there would be. Knowing that it's a Barclays card, it's probably 2x dining, so you would get 7 times dining on your Wyndham Earner Plus card. Maybe the earner business is 2x dining, and then you get 7. So Wyndham Rewards has joined the dine out craze that everyone else did with Rewards Network. So there you go. Map's not 100% perfect, but useful. Yes, the map had no idea where Vietnam was. It was weird. Got it. Thanks. Yep. Seamless. The most jacked up sewing jobs are more seamless than Built's future transition. Yes. That's true. Capital One added more transfer partners. Yes, they've recently added Japan Airlines, which is the biggest name in terms of overall value. That would be they're running at a 5-4, so 1,000 points nets you 800 Japan Airlines miles. They also recently added I Prefer hotels at a 1-2, and they added Qatar as a 1-1 transfer partner. So pretty useful transfer partner additions from Capital One. I would like to see other banks do the same, namely Wells Fargo. And we know that U.S. Bank is also going to be announcing transfer partners in the next 6 to 10 weeks. All of 50 Chase Sapphire tables now nationwide. Yeah. Sapphire tables is a terrible idea, and they need to stop it now. Background balloon at this point, I should change my user tag to Built Card Hater. They're actually program's pretty aight though. Yeah, the program's good. We're gonna see what happens to the card. The card was good, and the company leaves something to be desired. So I think of it in terms of threes, right? Card was good. We'll see what happens with the cards. Product, really, really good. Company, that's no bueno. No, that's okay. So, real quick from Danny the Duo Guru. I think I already mentioned this, but $100 off Chase Travel, so we're good there. Is there something else from Danny that I wanted to highlight? Nope. We'll just do it here. The City Business AAdvantage Platinum Select card now has a 75,000 point welcome offer and waived annual fee in the first year. So if you've whiffed on the Red Aviator, you can try to sign up for the City Business AAdvantage Platinum Select World Elite MasterCard from City. You could earn up to 75,000 points. Annual fee is waived for the first year. So that 75,000 points is going to require 5,000 in purchases. It's a business card after all. $0 annual fee for the first year, then $99. 2 points per dollar on telecommunication merchants and cable and satellite providers, gas stations, and car rental purchases. 2 points per dollar on eligible American Airlines purchases. 1 mile per dollar on all other purchases. 1 loyalty point for every AAdvantage mile earned from purchases. First check bag free for you and up to 4 travel companions. Preferred boarding on American Airlines flights, 25% savings. You can earn a companion certificate for domestic travel after $30,000 in spend or more in purchases each card member year. And the card membership is renewed. No foreign transaction fees on purchases. AAdvantage miles never expire for cardholders, and the annual fee $99. So there you go. And they have their 48-month rule. So there you go. That was the biggest thing I wanted to highlight. So Aeroplane card added more pay yourself back. So there you go. Keith, don't steal my avatar. That's fair. And Don't Tempt Me proceeds to make the most slight change ever and calls it original work. Oh boy. Yeah, so those are the big news pieces that I wanted to highlight today. If you are a fan of Lufthansa and you also like the idea of purchasing status and paying a lot of money to do it, A Small World is running their usual Lufthansa package again. It's running until October 7th. It costs like $5,800, but if you get it, you get GHA Discovery status, you're going to get 150 GHA dollars in addition. You get another hotel status. You get something like 100,000 miles and more. One second, let me bring it up here, because I saw it earlier today, and this is something that has a video idea spinning in the back of my head. Let me just pull it up. Yeah, 300,000 Lufthansa miles. So 300,000 Lufthansa miles, you get Priority Pass membership as well. This is a Small World Prestige membership at a 10% discount off the list price and get 20% more Lufthansa miles and more miles. Plus, you get a bonus gift worth 150 GHA Discovery dollars. Okay, so you get 300,000. You get Priority Pass, 8 visits allowed. Oh, that's dumb. GHA Discovery Titanium status, 150 GHA dollars, as I've said a number of times. Jumeirah 1 gold status. I have no idea what Jumeirah status is. 6th platinum status. That's car rentals. Admission to 170 plus nightlife venues via the world's finest clubs. Dozens of other membership privileges. This is running until October 7th. A Small World does this from time to time. It's going to run you about $5,800. 10% discount off the standard rate. And nearly a Chase in-card welcome offer. So Lufthansa isn't able to sell miles directly, but they do sell them in these packages with like various other things attached. So you're not just getting miles directly, you're also getting like discounts on car rentals and maybe GHA status or another hotel status or 6th premium platinum status or something like that. So there's options with it. I find it interesting. It gives me the idea, it like brings up the idea of buying a subscription for status, sort of like Founders Card. And like, what if American Express did something similar, but you didn't have to get the platinum card, but you get all the benefits of status? So we'll see. Let's see. Sleepy Rod, what's your prediction for Journey Beyond release date? Structure of the card, I don't know. We're looking probably $495 plus on the annual fee. Don't know what the bonus structure is going to look like. Don't know what the redemption structure is going to look like. Need them to add at least Air Canada and another hotel program. It would be nice if it came with choice privileges status. It would be nice if it came with some decent car rental statuses. But I don't know what Wells's hook is going to be. I'm going to imagine sometime around Q1, Q2 at the absolute latest of 2026. But I don't think it's coming this year. I don't like that the CSR open table credit is only valid for personal CSR. Businesses that entertain clients too. I don't like that the CSR open table credit doesn't work. Make it work first before I worry about what other cards it gets. Do you think they're going to let us product change the bill card to one of the Wells Fargo cards at the end? Probably not. If Wells had their druthers, yes. But I don't know. The Google credit on the CSR for business is useful, though. So we'll see. JC, I just logged into my CSR account and add the $100 off Chase Travel offer. They made me watch a Chase Travel ad. Felt very Black Mirror-like. That's not great. Jumeirah is a luxury hotel chain. Okay, so it's like Shangri-La Circle. Got it. Probably hotels I can't afford to be at. So it's fine. DoorDash, Lyft, and Peloton credits are useless. It's just marketing fees paid to Chase to mention their useless credit. Yeah, if the DoorDash thing, I've complained about this. Like, I like Dash Pass being included. I'm fine with that level of marketing. I would be fine with your first purchase getting $30 off, and then all subsequent purchases just being 5x DoorDash. That would be a better way for me to use the card for DoorDash. As it is, yeah, the DoorDash fees can stack up, and the price hike just to be on DoorDash is annoying. If you're really hunting to accumulate Chase points, you have to swallow that. if you're just about getting in-store pricing, Instacart's probably better for most grocery stores. Restaurants, I don't know. Restaurants already run on tiny margins, and the extra cost from DoorDash doesn't help. So, like, I get where it comes from. It's not great. Like, it's not good. I'm not going to say that these are awesome. But the restaurant has to make money. DoorDash has to make money. Unfortunately, capitalism runs on money. So, yeah, I don't know. But I hear you on those credits not being great. Laredo Taco Company inside 7-Eleven works for the $10 DoorDash convenience credit. Ooh. Not good for the waitlist line at 2x a month. Well, there you go. So we covered the major stories. I do have a video idea kicking around on like designing a subscription, like what an ideal subscription would look like, kind of using a small world as a base. Maybe not something that costs $5,800, but trying to use something like the Amex Platinum, Founders Card Elite, a small world. There's another company that does something similar. I think it would be interesting. I think it would be worth going into exploring a bit, but we'll see. There was nothing major highlighted on 1 mile at a time today. Everything I did today was from upgraded points and Danny. There were a couple of little tidbits here and there on the r/turning news and updates, but nothing in the last couple of hours. Oh, the Shop Your Way card, the Shop Your Way rewards card is going away. It's being rebranded on November 2nd, and your new card is dropping, and new rewards program is dropping on November 3rd. Don't know what it's becoming. Don't know what's happening with it. Don't know what the new rewards thing is going to look like. Apparently, like, it'll continue to offer you offers exclusive to you, but I don't know what those are going to look like. But the Shop Your Way card is officially dead. Both versions of it. The thank you point earning version died earlier this year, and now the cashback version, which was like huge statement credits back. It was like $500 back after you spend like $6,000 online. So those are going away, but we'll see what ends up happening, what replaces them. But those were the big things that I had for today. My Chase bonus category activation, whatever. I don't know what's going on over there. Sorry, just poking around the various boards at this point, just to see what happens. We'll see what happens with new welcome offers. We'll see what happens with new cards. I am hoping Autograph Beyond comes out in Q1. Doesn't sound like we're going to get anything for the rest of Q4 from Wells in terms of credit cards. Makes a certain amount of sense since they were losing $10 million a month on Built. So once that Built transition is done, I think we're going to hear, once the Built transition is announced, I think we're going to hear more from Wells Fargo. Be interesting to see what they end up doing. But with that, we've been on for just over an hour and 10. Any final questions, thoughts, concerns, stuff? I've got a couple video ideas I want to play around with. I'm going to keep dipping into the Rich with Point site just to see. Oh, I did say I would look at the edit real quick. So let's go to the Chase website. Let's do my Chase login. We're going to sign in. Boom. I don't need to explore business products. Chase Sapphire reserved for business. Hey, you're highlighting that on the website to me. Thank you very much. Go to this. Go to this. Go to benefits. Go to travel. Don't mind me. Explore travel. Okay. Clinton, I'll say goodbye. Good night in just a minute. Let's go hunting for the edit. Where to? Let's go, and we're in my personal here. Let's go to... This is probably the only place this is going to work, and I can't spell Vegas properly. Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going to check in. We're going to use this 3-night time frame for 2 people. You know what? We're going to check in on the 23rd. We're going to check out on the 25th. 2 nights. Done. Search. Okay. Nomad Las Vegas is 178 points, $178 per night. I'm looking in late February, but Nomad Las Vegas is in the edit. The edit benefits. Do you get any extra hotel MGM rewards? So you can earn rewards from both the hotel and Chase for this stay. Learn more. So Nomad is less than $200 a night. Let's check Aria. Aria is showing as $623 per night, so not what we're looking for. I could have just stayed here. Park MGM is $137 a night, $401 total, and that's Marriott Bonvoy eligible. MGM Grand is $121 a night, Marriott Bonvoy eligible. Four Seasons is showing, but that's $578 a night. Mandalay Bay, Marriott Bonvoy eligible, $252 a night, so just $650. Stacking edit credits, back to back, you'll get your full 500 because you're going to get 250. So you're going to get the first night free or the second night free, however you want to split that. Fontaine is just under 400 a night, so not great. Palazzo's outside of the edit, and then everything else is going to fall outside of the edit. So the edit Vegas late February, you can make a couple things work if you're willing to go to the MGM Grand or the Park MGM, or as I said, Nomad. But you do have to do some selective booking here and there. But you can find some pretty good value here and there. I typed before you went editing. That's fair. Texas Dog, thanks for good show. Richard Point's site is great. Yes. Great site there. James V joining us, also a channel member. Thank you so much for that. I do not see the custom cache available for applications unless I missed it. Let's go to the city website. And I'll have city. So we're going to go to Citibank.com. Oh, also, My Citizen M. The My Citizen M Plus subscription, still $120 until later this month. It's going to go up to $170. It is officially live with Bonvoy. So you can link your My Citizen M account. If you sign up for My Citizen M, it's $120. You can sign up for that and connect it to your Bonvoy account. And when you do that, you're going to get Bonvoy Gold. $120 this year. Goes up to $170, does not require a Marriott credit card or a American Express Platinum or the silly challenge every year from Chase to get Marriott Gold as standard. So it's $170. You're going to get your My Citizen M Plus options, plus you're going to get Marriott Gold. On the website right now, see if you're pre-qualified for the Chase for the City Custom Cash. So real quick, share screen. Online banking. I don't have a banking account with them, so you don't have to worry about me putting in my user ID, checking explore cards. All right, so AAdvantage, Strata, City Strata Elite, limited time offer, whatever. Rewards cards, Strata Premier, Strata Elite, double cash, travel cards. Oh, there's 12 reward cards total. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, there's the custom cash. Highlighted is earn cash back, but whatever. As long as you have a Premier, you're good. And there's the double cash. So it's there. I don't know why you didn't see it. I wouldn't mind them making changes to for the custom cash, but no, it's showing for me. Do you currently hold a custom cash? That's a wise question to ask there. Well, I'm Amex. Matt, I have to stay next week 5 nights in an NBC suite and have the Surpass card. Do you think I can manage a room upgrade? If so, how would I go about it? Should I ask beforehand or when I arrive? Doesn't hurt to ask now. If you've got everything booked and you've got and you have the ability to message the hotel, you can ask if there's any upgrades available at this time. Also, when you go in to like pick your room, there should be an upgrade option available there. So yeah. If you have the ability to text the hotel, I would text the hotel. They're usually really good about texting and replying back. So give it a whirl. I've had no issues like with communication with Hilton hotels, especially when I booked through Rove, and then like once they realized that I had Hilton status on site, I didn't get a night or anything toward it. I don't care about my Hilton nights. I can always just buy whatever Hilton status I want. But once on site, like I could earn all my necessary Hilton stuff, and they gave me the water and everything. So there you go. It's there. Rob Nopper, what's your approach to velocity of opening credit cards? Do you have a set mega redemption in mind? Yes. Open what you need to at what pace you need to hit that mega redemption. If you are looking to accumulate over time, or there's a sky high welcome offer that you can't pass up in an ecosystem that you like, I would just say go for it. I am not someone who's like dictated to buy 524. I'm currently 224. If there's a card you want, go for it. If there's a Chase personal card you want for whatever reason, go for it. If you're under 525, if you prioritize inks, go for those. I don't have I am not set. Oh, you have to be slow. Oh, you have to get every card in existence. Get the cards that fit what you want to do. If you don't have a great idea of what you want to do, I always say go for transferable currency cards first, just to give you more flexibility. But if adding the Air France card because of the 75,000 points or like the 70,000 point welcome offer makes a lot of sense for you to do that. If adding a JetBlue card makes sense for you to do that. If adding a Hilton card makes sense for what you want to do, add that card. Stay within the bank's rules, obviously, but velocity, go as fast or as slow as makes sense to you and makes sense to your situation. Like I don't say slow and steady wins the race because, that's silly. And I don't say just grab every card in existence because that's silly. I try to find a happy medium. But if you have a mega redemption you're working, go for that. Do whatever you got to do to get that. If you're working on smaller redemptions, hey, whatever can help. Barclays removed Aviator Red and Hawaiian cards. They removed the Hawaiian cards? 1 second. I remember seeing those earlier. Browse credit cards, travel, Breeze Easy, JetBlue, Wyndham, RCI, Emirates, JetBlue, Miles and More, Emirates, Frontier, Capital Vacations. Huh. Kinky. Because it was said that you could continue to apply for the cards. I wonder if there's just a mini freeze on that and they'll come back. We will have to check on that. That's silly Breeze card. That Breeze card should be better than it is. It's unfortunate that it's not. Texas Dog, thanks to my MGM Icon card. I'm comped at Bellagio 1126 to 1130. Whoa, only paying resort fees. Nice. What up, Matt? Hey, Ron. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. My wife got the AA business card last night. Okay. So that might be locking out a little bit because there is that there's a miniature lockout when you apply for a city card, but that shouldn't affect you. Check incognito. I'm waiting until 1026 to use StubHub credit in Vegas too. StubHub credit's going to be sneaky good, sneaky easy. I just don't love StubHub. They're a pain in the ass company, but like all the resellers are pain in the ass companies. I would have preferred Live Nation, Ticketmaster, or something like SeatGeek, but it's not going to be that bad. One, thanks. I'll give it a try. Yeah, definitely. Nope, no city cards. I was thinking of that or another AA card. My wife is in Thailand now, and it was easy to fly from Boston to Bangkok with 70,000 points. Yeah, the welcome offer on that would be 30,000. Pair it with a Premier, Strata Premier. You get like 100,000 points. You can make that flight again. So that's pretty easy. Ron says that the chat via the Hilton app has always been a good experience. Yeah, chat via the app or there's an option to text the hotel. There should be an option to text the hotel. Texting or chatting the hotel is always a good one. Pyro777. Hello, Mr. Clausen. Thank you for not wearing a Vegas Golden Knight jersey today. I am grateful. Thanks, Pyro. Mr. Clausen's my father. No, I only wear that jersey from time to time. I need to continue to expand my collection. I think I'm going to add a Utah jersey this year. That feels right. Then in terms of Alberta, I still got to add the Flames. I still got to add Vancouver from British Columbia. And I've got the Kings, the Ducks. The Kings and Ducks I still have to add. Flyers I still have to add, which I don't want to add in any way, shape, or form. I want to get the new Detroit throwback jersey. Their Centennial jersey looks sick. And then a Florida Panthers jersey. And then I have at least one jersey from every team. I'll throw in the Kachina jersey next. It's fine. What's the role of Bank of America cards like that Hawaiian card? I want to say they have like a 7-12. 7 cards in 12 months is like the absolute max that you can do. Check out richwithpoints.com. He has all the rules. I cannot recommend Rich's site enough. He's got all the application rules in there, so double check there. But I think 712 is their absolute max. But I'm doing this off the top of my head. Keith, free or paid upgrades. Shorter stays are usually easier to get free upgrades. You may end up taking a room they could charge more for free. You end up taking a room they could charge more for free. I'd ask how much it would cost to upgrade to the room you want. Yeah, you can also take that approach for sure. If Mark Hott, also remember, if credit cards can be an addiction, can talking about credit cards be an addiction? Sure, anything can be an addiction. Sugar is an addiction. Caffeine's an addiction. Coffee in addition to caffeine can be an addiction. You can get addicted to theobromide, nicotine, other substances. But yeah, no, credit cards can definitely be an addiction. Spending can definitely be an addiction. So talking about them can certainly be an addiction. Googled the Hawaiian card link, returns a 404. Well, that's not good. Might be temporary because it was mentioned that those cards would still be available for application. But let's wait and see. YouTube Experiment joining us. Hey, Jesse, Rakuten up the bonus from $50 to $100 on their credit cards. Still doesn't move the needle. Yeah, that's fair. Utah Mammoth is fun. I like it. I don't mind the name at all. Matt Clausen, did you get an Aura ring like so many credit tubers, like rest of the Amex cattle? We will probably get rings too. I don't have a platinum. My dad has an Aura ring. My dad buys them relative, like when updates come out. So it would be I could use the credit. If I got the card, I could use the credit every so often to help him buy a new ring if I so chose. Do I want to? No. Could I? Yes. Am I going out of my way to buy a product I don't want and don't use to justify a $895 annual fee? No. So I'm not going to get the card. Like there are use cases where the platinum could be useful to me, but no, I'm not buying an Aura ring and using a credit I don't have and don't want. Texas Dog, I don't have the Platinum, but I'll be getting an Apple Watch soon. I know, not the same thing as a ring. Yep, there you go. Have you visited Boston? If so, what's one experience that you like about the city? Boston's fun. I've been to Boston a couple times. The tea is an interesting experience. Boston Common's really nice in the summer. So if you go in the summer, Boston Common and Faneuil Hall are like really big go-to spots. They're super touristy. I plan on going back for the Boston Zoo next time I bring my daughter to Boston. Those are the big ones. Obviously, I want to catch a game at Fenway at some point. That would be fantastic. And like Green Monster tickets are super expensive, but like that's an experience. So that should definitely be something to consider. Back Bay is always nice. You've got the Revolutionary War Trail through the city. Lexington and Concord aren't super far away. So you could always head out that way if you want to do more Revolutionary War stuff. Quincy's down the way. So you could go down there for like John Adams and John Quincy Adams stuff. Historical Braintree, Massachusetts. And then Salem and Cape Cod aren't super far away as well. Salem you can do in a day, and Boston. Cape Cod's a little bit like that's a little bit of a jaunt, but like you could fit it in. Plenty of hotels in Back Bay, plenty of hotels downtown. I haven't done hotel stays in Boston in a long time. Can't remember if I actually have done hotel stays in Boston, but no, Boston's pretty fun. And tons of colleges. So like Boston is interesting in that Boston, like the population of Boston quadruples during the school year between Boston College, BU, Boston College, Boston University, Boston College, not in Boston proper, but BU, Northeastern, Berkeley, Harvard, MIT, and I'm forgetting at least two other schools. All of those students like swell the population by like a factor of 4. Oh, and you can go across the river to Cambridge, and Harvard Yard is really cool. And you can check out the MIT campus too. And there's also lots of good food. You can check around there. UMass Boston, I think WPI too. I feel like that's right. Not too far away from Boston, from downtown Boston, is Tufts. And the Cardozo School of Law is at Tufts. Tufts isn't too far away either. But also check out the food. The food scene in Boston is really good. YouTube experiment. I wish I went to Boston as a college student. Instead, I only visited there when I was a college student. Such a college city. Yes, during the school year, it is a completely different city than what you expect the rest of the time. Source King, it's crazy how many Boston landmarks I know because of Fallout 4. Yeah, I can name a few off the top of my head, but Boston Common's really great. When the weather is good, Boston Common's great. Faneuil Hall is always just is definitely like a stop, and the market inside of Faneuil Hall is pretty solid. There's also the Revolutionary War Trail. There's the church, the North, whatever church. Boston's got a lot of cool stuff. Definitely go. Don't not go to Boston. I'll be in Boston a week from Saturday. Port stop on the cruise I'll be doing. Ooh, there you go. Boston has a port of call there. Oh, and Boston also has the USS Constitution. If you're interested in U.S. naval history and a ship that is still active, it's the oldest active United States Navy ship, and it's known as Old Ironside, and it's still used for like some sailing training for U.S. Navy cadets. So definitely check that out. So that's fantastic. There's a lot of stuff to explore. Yes, and if you're willing to, if you're going to have a car, You can definitely go up to, if you're going around this time of year, obviously Salem is going to be like the big touristy thing. In the summer, you've got Cape Cod. In the summer, you've got Boston Common. There's a ton to do there. Doing a cruise from Quebec to Miami starting Friday. Ooh, that sounds awesome. So up the St. Lawrence and then down the Atlantic. I'm assuming like Nova Scotia or Labrador, Portland, Boston, New York, Philly, Charleston, Miami. That feels like a lot of stops, though. Halifax, St. John, Eastport, Maine. Okay. Yeah. That'll do it. Going down east. Boston, Charleston, Miami. Okay. So I said Nova Scotia. So I said Halifax. Okay. St. John's. Okay. No, that sounds like a really awesome trip. All right, cool. Stretch another 30 minutes out. Don't know how I did that. Appreciate that. 13 nights. That sounds like fun. Who's doing that cruise? That sounds like a cruise I could do. Oh shit. I have to plan a Alaska cruise for my mother-in-law at some point. I don't want to. Whatever. I'll just book it through Chase Travel. Oh, Virgin Voyage is got it for under $2,000. Nice. Cool. All right, y'all. I think this is a good place to hit the end button for Tidbits tonight. We got most of the Tidbits out in the first 30, 45 minutes. So appreciate you guys sticking around for another 45 minutes of my silly face. Again, just decided to do this on a whim. Did not feel like editing tonight and putting out a video late at night. So there you go. I'm going to try and cut the first portion of this into a Tidbits and drop it tomorrow. See what we can do there. Canopy by Hilton downtown later this month for 5 nights. Partner and I will be exploring most of New England during the day, then explore parts of the city and foods. There are some really good bakeries. Just enjoy it. There's a ton of stuff to do. Have a good night. Yep. Virgin is doing Alaska cruises next summer. Interesting. Very interesting. Be doing one from Vancouver to Alaska to Seattle. I'll have to see if there can do a Seattle to Seattle, because I don't know what her passport situation looks like, but we'll see, or I'll get it updated. But there you go. All right, y'all. 35 of you have stuck around this long. Appreciate you guys sticking around for this time. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys for being channel members. When this launches, check out the pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube. If you are to all my channel members, thank you so much. You can consider becoming a channel member. You can join on YouTube at any time. I do make this request. If you watch my videos either on laptop or on your mobile phone, if you see a button that says hype, press the hype button. Don't know what it does, but looking to get to 2,300 subscribers. I've been oscillating between 2,276 and 2,280. So I want to get to 2,300, get that monkey off my back, try to get to 2,500 by the end of the year. Pin comment on all my videos, ways to support me outside of YouTube. Consider joining Rove through my Rove link. I've got my top cash back link there as well. I've also got a link tree that goes out to all the credit card referrals that I have: Sapphires, Freedoms, Inks, whatever, Chase Business, Blue Business Plus, Hilton cards, all of that. And I also have tipping platforms. I think I'm going to try the new tipping platform that Dugras has, and that would be a huge support as well. Super chats and super thanks, always greatly appreciated. Tips, I just get a little bit more of a cut, but whatever works for you guys. I've set up all the avenues of monetization. So appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon, and say goodnight, Matt.